Hi everybody, this is Diane. I am going to be working on some tags today for my two Woodlands journals for fall. I cut out, I think I showed you all the pieces that I cut out. This is from the Louisa Heinzel kit, and I might use that with a couple things collage behind it on the cover of that one. And these owls that are, I cannot remember which kit they're from. I've had them, or not. It was just a set of owl cards, but I might use them. They're not Mrs. Coggs. These are from, oh, I almost had it. Anyway, I'll use those maybe on the front of that. I didn't show you the stamps because I forgot to get them out yesterday when I was showing you the things that I had. Also, I have all these botanical pages that I can use. Lots of Mrs. or Edith Holden pages, and I took out the fall selections and just some other botanical. Some of them are not appropriate for the fall book, but some of them are. So I have those to work with. Now, I have quite a few different types of stamps I can use. This set sorry, is one of my newer ones from Hobby Lobby, and it is Hampton Art clear stamp. And it has these, like a field note type of stamp. I used this one on one of the projects that we're going to do today for Tag Tuesday. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Tag Tuesday when I get started on those tags. I don't want to take too much time showing you my stamps, but I got that at a flea market. There's some mushrooms. These pretty. I think I got those at a flea market too. But definitely the acorn one, and maybe the pine cone one. These just a bunch of leaves, assorted leaves that I stuck in one box. This one I could use, maybe the bird's nest, and some of these animals here. This beautiful one from Stampin' Up. Sorry for the glare. And the cute ones, I could use those in the Louisa Heinzel one. This is mushrooms. Can't really see them. And these are clear stamps of wildflowers and such. And I have some fall stamps in here. There's some scarecrows back there, but there are pumpkins and gourds, acorn, leaf. So various things I could use. And then I have these Tim Holtz ones. So I don't have a shortage of stamps for this project, that's for sure. But today we're going to work on tags, and Tag Tuesday is a hashtag. So you can search hashtag Tag Tuesday, or you can go to Turquoise Dreaming, Sheree's channel. She's the host of Tag Tuesday, and if you go to her channel, which I will link below, you can find her tag videos, and then underneath that you will find a link to all the participants of Tag Tuesday. Thanks, Sheree, for hosting that. So I have two projects I'm going to work on today, and they shouldn't take too awfully long. Took me a long time to get my stuff around in between everything else I was doing today. But here's the first one. I saw something like this on Pinterest. And it is actually two tags that are held together with a brad there. And the first tag has a botanical image and a label, and the second tag has ledger paper, so you can write on that. And I may stamp some lines on the back, but even if I don't, you can still write on the back. I probably won't do it to that one. So I have done some prep work. I have this one ready to go because it's all inked. All the pieces are inked. I cut out craft cardstock. For the larger ones, it's 3¼ inches wide and 6½ inches tall. And then I cut cut 2 of them for one of the tags. And the ledger and the botanical page is cut just slightly smaller, so like 1/4 inch smaller. And then I rounded the corners of everything. And I have these 2 ready to go, but we're not going to put them together today because I haven't inked them yet. I don't want, it's tedious to ink all those pieces. These are inked and ready to go. Oh, I guess I have 3 projects today. I forgot, but they're all pretty quick. I'm just going to glue the ledger onto the craft cardstock. I don't have to glue all the way to the edge because I am going to sew around it. I just won't do it on camera. I'm not set up so that I could just bring my, hand my sewing machine over and then set it out of my way again. I don't have the space for that here. But I will assemble this. I'll just have to take the brad out and take it apart so that I can do the sewing. But I will assemble it so you can see. Not that there's anything complicated about it. This is from the Reader's Digest. I think this one is from the Reader's Digest North American Wildlife book. And it was just a nice oak tree with an acorn and how it looks in the autumn. So I stacked the 2 pieces and put the tab on it a little bit lower than I normally would because I'm going to put a brad through it. So I line it up the way I want it. Looking for my pokey tool. I put it away. Oh, here it is. It's not the one I usually have in there. Okay. This isn't the Tim Holtz one. This is an old Stampin' Up one. I don't even know if they carry them anymore. Alright, so I'm just eyeballing it. You could measure and mark if you want to, but I'm just going to try to get it in the center and down a bit so that the brad has room. And don't poke your finger. Keep your fingers out of the way. And I just kind of wiggle it around a bit to make the hole just a little bit bigger. So then I would take this to my sewing machine and sew. I did 2 wiggly rows all the way around on both pieces. And I'm using brown thread. Something blue got on my bone folder. I guess I better clean that off. So I would do the sewing. Oh, I'm going to add a label too. I got these labels from Your Creative Studio, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I think this was like the best thing in the box. Lots of them. It says nameplate rectangle. I think it's called Your Creative Studio. They sent it to me so that I could do a review. And I just have to find, maybe this would help if I just scratch it in the middle without damaging the label. Kind of messed it up a little bit. It didn't cut it, just kind of crumpled it where I was trying to get to it. Do I want it there? Down here. Let's put it right here. That doesn't look bad. And now I just have to select a brad. So I would sew around both pieces and then just put it together. I used a square brad on that one. So I guess I'll use a square brad here too. So I just put it through one side of the tab I punched these tabs out with my Stampin' Up! Tab punch. And then put it through both tags. And then through the back of the tab. Pretty simple. And then you can swivel it around and write on it. It doesn't swivel all the way out because of the tab, but you can swivel it out enough to write on it and pick it up if you wanted to write a little bit more in there. It might be a little awkward, but so there. They're pretty fun tags, and I have 2 more that I can make. This one has ferns. That's one tag. The next tag is very, very, very easy. I happen to have these tags that I had colored with alcohol or distress oxides. And I've had them in my stash waiting to have something done with them. So that's what I used. And I thought this was going to be the front of the tag, but it's not. This is the front of the tag now. And then you can write on this part. So I just took one of the Edith Holden pages, and I want this side to show. So I'm going to center it, which means I'm wasting some of it, but I can use these pieces in collages, and I'm going to use this piece in the next project. So I'm just going to add glue. I'm using Fabri-Tac. And I do want to sew around. I was going to sew around this one, but I forgot. I was letting the glue dry, and then I did the other project, the third project, and then I forgot to go back and sew around there. I think brown stitching, sorry, brown stitching around there is going to make it really cool. So I'm going to try to center this on the page. And like I said, I'll sew around it so it doesn't matter if the edges are completely glued down. If I decide when I'm putting these in the journal, if I decide that this is too bright, I can always just add a little more brown ink. Just rub some distress ink on it or something. But it might be fine with the kits that I have. I don't know. I had this sheet of stickers from the Antiquarian sticker book. So that's where this came from. So I think I'll add a couple. And then I'll figure out where I want my label. So I'm not going to stick these down really hard yet. I think I want to use that red one somewhere else. While I'm trying to get the edge of this sticker, oh, I forgot what I was going to talk about. I'm going to try not to poke myself with this knife. There, I got it. Well, maybe I want it up here anyway, so so I can just lay those down. So it couldn't be much easier than that, right? I am going to put some ink around, and after the video I will do the sewing. I could stamp something on the back. This is Stampin' Up! Early Espresso. Making good time. So I'm going to ink around this, and then we'll get started on the third project. If you don't have stickers that work, you could cut things out of books, cut things out of digital kits, or get some fussy cut images. I mean, digitals that you have to fussy cut. Or you could use ephemera that's already fussy cut. These are not very sticky. I'll just use my glue stick. Can't get this back in. There. Don't need one on that side. Don't really need one on this side. It's got one underneath this, but just for looks, I'm adding one. Just looks naked there, you know? So now these holes are very reinforced. It's got the original reinforcement on the front and the back, and then it's got a layer of paper with glue, and then it's got another reinforcement. Let me see what I have for fibers. Oh, I could use the raffia for this project. Remember, I just got this at the flea market a couple weeks ago. Don't know how to... Oh, here it is, I think. Nope, I'm just going to cut. Just going to cut somewhere. Didn't know it was going to be so hard to use this stuff. I cut a piece that's all underneath all the other things, of course. This better be worth it. Well, it looks kind of cool. I missed one of the fibers as I pulled it through, but I might take it out and do it again with more fibers. It looks a little bit sparse, but I think it looks kind of cool. All right, project number 3 for today. Where did I put my first ones? We want to review them at the end. Oh, there they are. I tucked them out of the way. So this is a little bit different because I'm making tags but using them as a tuck spot. You could make them to be a bottom tuck spot like that, but I have this glued on this way and it's going to be a side tuck like that. So I used a scrap of the craft cardstock after I cut my bigger tags, and I'm going to use the scrap of the Edith Holden paper for that tag. So that is just a little over 3 inches. And I already cut that one to size. So this side has the larger print and this one is smaller. I liked the larger print. Either one would work. Oh, I liked the smaller print. There. Oh, before I put that on, I want to stamp a little bit on here. So that's where I use this stamp in here. And I didn't put it on a block. I was being lazy. I just put ink on it. This is archival ink, Ranger archival ink in coffee. I turn it that way. And then did a little bit here and a little bit there. Oops, I laid that down in some glue. I only have to do the front of these because the backs will be glued down. Now I need to decide on embellishments. I don't want them to be too big. There's a mushroom. That owl looks cute. I like this medallion that I used, but I don't have any more of them cut right now. This was cut. These are 3D, what are they called? Impresslets by Tim Holtz. And this was cut with like a handmade type of paper, but it was thin. I don't know, that just looks dull. Let's try a little bit of color here. It is fall after all. Let's see, I'll cut one of these numbers. I don't know, I just like that round shape. So I may wait until I can go cut another one. Let me see what I have in here. Got a yellow one. Aha. These are all good colors. I will use that for something else. This was made with another handmade paper. It's got multiple colors in it. Okay, I think I like that one. The book page, of course, is thinner than this, but it's sturdy enough. I don't have to back it. It's not going to be being pulled in and out of a pocket. It's just going to be glued to a page. Stuff will be being pulled in and out of it, but I think it's sturdy enough. And I did put one on the back of the paper one, but not the cardstock one. again, because there's not going to be any wear and tear, and I'm just using a thin thread. Oh yeah, this is the side. Use that oval one for something different. Okay, we'll do that. That is all ready to be glued down as a tuck spot. I just have to add. This is thinner than what I had there, but I think that was the last piece I had of that. All right, where's my cap? Here it is. This is really thin. I think somebody sent this to me. I think I got this in a Happy Mail. Ooh, the wind's picking up. It was very windy the other day. Sounds like it's going to be very windy this evening. I have 4 strands of it here. And I just want little short pieces. They don't need to be long. This one's only 3 strands. I don't know where that extra one came from with the other one. But when you pull out a strand, I'm getting 3. Oh, there's one. I don't think it matters. Okay, so these are tags, but they're not being used as tags. They're being used as tuck spots. All right, so we did 3 projects today. We did the tag side tuck spot, and these swivel tags, with ledger behind, and these Edith Holden and sticker and Distress Oxide tags. So I think they're all fun and pretty easy, pretty simple. And I hope you give them a try. So don't forget to go check out Sheree's shop, which I linked below, to check out her tag videos and others that are participating. Thanks so much for watching today, and I hope you're having a creative day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.